The television producer. Every season, dozens of primetime shows fight their way into becoming series and securing a spot somewhere on the fall lineup. But by season's end, only a handful remain on the schedule. As with all shows, whether they are 10 or 100 episodes, one person has been with it the longest, that being the television producer. The one who usually conceives a show or takes it from its beginning. The role of the TV producer has been looked upon by many in the industry as a one to commend for its success or to blame for its failure. What goes into television producing, and how would one define a producer? When we talked with some of today's top talent, the answers vary.
A real producer is a person who has a vision or an idea for a television series and then knows how to take that idea through the varying steps and decision-making and difficulties in terms of turning it into a piece of film or a videotape and a completed, successful television show.
Thank you. And action.
One of the first tasks a TV producer must complete is the pilot. As in the past method, they were either a half-hour comedy or a 2-hour movie pilot. But with changing times, the methods must change also.
Networks this year seem to be working away from the 2-hour pilots. They now believe that they can analyze and make decisions as to which shows to go in the air in terms of shooting 20-minute presentations. That's actually not a new idea. That's an idea that actually goes back 10, 15 years ago. But it's more economic than having to shoot a 2-hour movie.
Oops.
Even swung them. Swung them.
One other thing that seems to be changing is the sudden creative power being given to actors. Suddenly producers are finding themselves without a job, and the actors become executive producers.
It's really unfortunate. I mean, obviously, every situation has its own set of circumstances, and maybe some of those, you know, were appropriate, and maybe some of them were not. But you know, the balance of power is always precarious, and you know, television is a very unique medium from the standpoint that in a situation like Coach, but Coach is no different really than any other show, you start off creating the series and you hire the actors, and only for the very first episode are you in a position of technically employing them and hiring them to play the role that you created. From the second episode on, you are now in a reversal situation where you are now writing the part for them, because now that they've been cast in the role, you know, you are forced as a writer-creator to write to their strengths, and certainly, you know, frequently the actor brings you things that you couldn't possibly have thought of in the character. Other times they bring you limitations, and so you have to make an adjustment.